Hey, what's up? This is Laidback Luke, DJ and producer, Kung Fu athlete, and family guy. Welcome to this brand new vlog, coming to you straight out of Dubai for New Year's Eve. And this week, I have not one, but two vlogs for you. I'm gonna take you through the whole track list of my personal Yearmix 2016, and I'll tell you why I made certain choices, why I picked those tracks, why I weaved in the type of genre tracks, and why I sometimes throw curveballs. And so if you're not a DJ and you're not really interested in how I put all of this together, make sure to check the link in the description below and just go ahead and enjoy the Yearmix. So here's a disclaimer when it comes to a Yearmix. Tracks 1 to 76 are all laid out, and I actually plan to mix them just like they are in the playlist. I will mix it on the fly, but doing the track list on the fly can be very dangerous as you'll miss out on a bunch of tracks probably. Doing the bigger festivals and doing club shows, I never have a playlist ready. I'll always go on the fly, but that's because the surroundings always change. The crowd changes, the energy changes, you never know what kind of venue you're at. So those sets are always improv. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you through the track list now. I will start it a little bit houseier, but I wanted it to be housey and epic at the same time. So I think just starting with the intro of the chase, the first break, and then going into that drop with the horns, and that's kind of like future house, will set the right tone for the mix. Now, because I had a couple of shows where I played Space Sheep right after the chase, they're kind of in a similar realm, similar energy, similar vibe, and these fit really well together. I said it before and I will say it again, I never mix tracks together using mixed in key. So it's purely about energy, about genre, about style, about elements. All those factors outweigh the whole mixed in key thing. So ending the future house section and using Move to the Sound as a transitional track. After Move to the Sound, which is kind of like bleepier and houseier, it's easy to go and move into like a more abstract housey section with Selecta's Turbo in there, giving that G-house type of vibe, into Sick Dope Snakes. And of course I needed to have a little bit of Calvin Harris, This Is What You Came For in there, because it's 2016. But this mix is quite dope. Tony Jr.'s mix goes into like a Robin S. organ stab type of straight housey vibe, and I will use that to mix it into Chronic. So Chronic is a little bit more straighter and bassier, which blends perfectly well into funkin' beats. So I'll mix Dombresky after. It'll stay in that same type of bass type of synth, but it'll get a little bit ravier. Same vibe goes for the Charlie XX Chocolate Puma remix. Blends in really well with the bass house vibe of this Evangelos track. Bass house in 2016 was a little bit overdone, so I'm just staying a little bit away from it. The first break of Taking You Back will be an instant cut, and from here on I can take it a little bit more percussion-y into the Mosca Ready For This track, and then it gets a little bit more Latin. So Bailar and Mantra, I'm gonna use that Mantra track as a little loop. So it's the little flute loop, and this will be a perfect excuse to totally flip the mix upside down and go into a little bit of a techno section. Whenever you hear DJs play and they play mashups and they try and do all these various types of styles, the key for that is momentum. Trying to find the right momentum to switch styles and switch energies. So in this section as well, this is gonna be a very serious section where Flash goes into Growler, goes into Roberto Capuano, who's super techno, and the vibe will get so serious that at a certain point you think, we kind of need some fun back in there. So that's why I put the Pokemon theme in there, because of the whole Pokemon Go thing in 2016. TJR is always fun to play after that, so, kind of like a wordplay right here. So Pokemon Go, you're just a bunch of freaks. I'm planning on playing the TJR Funk Me Up track, and then using a loop from Work From Home on top of it. I'm planning to solo it out and then slowing it down to the original tempo And that'll give me a good excuse to go into this like 100 BPM type of section where I'll play Roses, Middle from DJ Snake and stuff like that. And how do I get out of there? So after a section of this, people kind of get bored, so you need to get out. I feel there's a really good cut on the first break of Funkatron. And then there's this whole section of progressive type of house music with Dark River, Crocodile Tears. And so the RT track will be the last one of that progressive type of section. So how do I get out of that? Well, using the Black Beatles type of track would be good. So it's kind of like in the same BPM. And from there on, the mix is open for me to take it a little bit higher in energy and a little bit crazier. So this will be my full Dutch section coming in next. Going into A$AP Ferg, and the A$AP Ferg track, it's kind of like not a switch again, but just like a break from all that heavy energy and trying to give you a little bit of a breather. There's gonna be one more Dutch track after this, horns in the break, and I'm using that horn element to go into the faster Dutch section, which I loved playing in 2016. Help me from GTA's 140 BPM, so I'll try and up the tempo in the Dirt Caps track to go into that section. So this will be a lot of up-tempo stuff going towards the end of the mix, where I will use that 150 BPM to transition into some 150 BPM trap or future bass. And I'll end the mix a little bit crazy with a drum and bass track from Noisia's Into the Dust. And that's it. Although I prepped the playlist, I can't wait to mix it live, and I really prefer mixing my year mixes live because it actually gives me the feeling that I'm really DJing. Make sure to see the link in the description below and check out the real mix. Enough talking for me, and I'm going straight into my New Year's Eve show out here in Dubai. Such good times. That was probably the best party I played in Dubai up till now. And all thanks to the amazing crowd. Don't forget to check the actual mix as well. See the description below. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave it in the comments. If you like this vlog, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Next week, I will be telling you how to record and mix vocals properly. Make sure you stay tuned here on The True Story. Until then, L's up, rave safely, and salute.